Hello, everybody. This is John from Nevermore Antiques, and I have had a horrible day. I have um, got almost $600 worth of returns. If the last return goes through, it will be right at $600 worth of returns in the hole. Um, I sold a really nice, well, I sold a 12-string Gibson guitar, and it's a $2,000 guitar. I sold it for $400, and I shipped it to the guy. He got it. He left me positive feedback. Says that it was really well shipped. It took him almost 30 minutes to get it unpacked. Anyways, he um, sends me a message, opens up a return, and says that the item was damaged in shipping 6 days later. And I start looking at the case, and the pick guard was off of the guitar. Well, when I sent it to him, it was a little crooked because I was very clear in my videos. I mean, it was a $2,000 guitar, and I talked this thing down, and it only brought $400 at auction. And it could have brought a lot more if I wouldn't have been as honest. And I think that, quite honestly, I just really think that it was a case of buyer's remorse. So, anyways, what I did is I messaged the guy, and I'm like, "What did you do? You peeled the pick guard off of it?" I'm like, "Why would you do that?" And he messaged me back, and he goes, "Well, it doesn't matter." Or he says that he said he said that he was looking at it. I don't know. He was looking at it, and it looked loose. And next thing you know, the pick guard's off of it. So he's trying to word around to where he doesn't come and exactly say, "I peeled the pick guard off of it," but he's trying to worm his way around to act like that he got it. He was just playing it, and the pick guard falls off. But anyone who plays guitar knows that right now there's over 4,000 listings on eBay for pick guards. Now, some of those are autographed pick guards, but most of them are brand new pick guards that you can take and you can put on your guitar. Anyways, this guy gets the guitar and he opens this case, and you can just tell that he's trying to screw me. And then he goes, "Well, your policy says that you'll take a 30 return within 30 days on the guitar." Um, and I messaged him back and I said, "Yes, that is the policy, but the eBay policy says that the item has to be in the condition that I sent it to you in. And it clearly is not in the condition since you took the pick guard off of it." So I'm trying to get him to admit to taking the pick guard off of this thing. Um, and I told him that it was described in the auction. It was the most thorough auction ever. Like I definitely went down the line and said everything that was wrong with it. And I honestly just think it's a bad case of buyer's remorse. And I honestly think that where we're going on eBay, that a lot of people are like, "I'm going to sell this widget. I've got this widget here." And say if this widget brings $50, that there'll be people that'll look down their nose and they'll be like, "Oh man, even if it sells not $50, I ain't going to say that, but like $20." And say I pay $5 a piece for it, and after I ship this widget, I make $12. People are like, "Oh man, that's so much work for $12." But if I get this back and it's a good seller, and I get one back out of 100, I'm out $12. But man, if I sell one item for $1,000 and it comes back to me, like, there's a bigger chance that somebody's going to just have a horrible case of buyer's remorse. Because when somebody buys a $20 widget on eBay, they're not nearly as to be upset about it or to scrutinize it as if they were going to spend $1,000. And what I think eBay's going to do to themselves is that they're going to create a push that where people are taking those $1,000 widgets and they're going to start listing them on alternative sites, Craigslist. They're going to start listing them on the Facebook Marketplace, and where it's just a lot safer to sell these items. I would have gladly have sold that guitar on the Facebook Marketplace for $350 instead of flipping it on eBay for $420. I would have just been way better off to sell that guitar there than to list it. But I thought that people who knew their high-end guitars, and with the way I described it, that people would have known. But what happens is that I see this a lot, is that when you have a really expensive widget and that you put it at the bottom, that there's people who want that widget and they can't really afford it. It's out of their price range most of the time. And when one of those widgets happens to settle in their price range because of condition or some other market factor, that widget, but typically it's B stock or it's seconds or there's significant damage to it, but that widget falls within their range. And what eBay now has done is they've created a marketplace where people can buy said widget, inspect it, play it, and then find a reason to send it back, either because they don't like it or their damn electric bills do, and they gotta find a way to get some money before the end of the month, you know. And it's just nuts. It's just absolutely insane. Luckily, it didn't go 500 states away. It's just right over the state of Illinois. So, um, you know, if it comes back and it's broken or if it's damaged, it'd be real easy just to hop over the river and file a claim against the guy in small claims court, or figure out some way to become litigious with this guy if he tries to. And you go, well, is it worth the $400? I have a lot of free time. Yeah, for me, it is worth the money to teach somebody morals, to teach somebody not to screw people over. I think that if more people took it upon themselves to try to help educate their fellow man on how to interact with each other, the world probably wouldn't be in the shape that it's in right now. But that's just my opinion on that. I'm not going to delve into the psychology of the modern human being at this moment in history. The second item that I got back today, or that I had a return for, was a pair of used Christian Dior glasses, and they were in U shape, took good pictures, showed the wear on the glasses. The person got them and they said the lenses were not dark enough for their eyes. So literally, under the eBay return policy, they can make up any lame excuse to return the widget. It takes too much energy to push that button. You might as well just say, I don't want the item. I don't want your item. So, you know, it really makes you wonder what the future of eBay is, with the new policies that are coming out. I mean, we're going to continue to sell. We're not going anywhere because the upside is still up and the downside's not that far down. But the fact is, it's just going to give an opportunity for turds to be a turd. And people are going to return stuff for any reason. So for me, I don't think I'm going to be looking to sell a lot of high-end items on eBay, especially stuff that I think that could have a when you do a drug, you have that point to where you're high on it and then you come down off of it. That if I think that there's a quick if you're going to come off that pretty quick, like you get like oh man, I paid $400 for this guitar, and 2 weeks later you're like, I don't really even play guitar that much. Why in the world did I spend $400 on it? I'm probably gonna, because I could have flipped that on the marketplace for $350 cash and not been out all of the other garbage that the taxes I have to pay on the profit, the eBay fees, the shipping costs that I'm going to have to eat. If eBay says they're going to side in his favor, that I'm going to have to eat shipping costs both ways on that item. I'll probably just list it on the buy sell trade page for $275 and try to get out from it and just be done with stuff like that. And I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer because I'm not really that guy, but like, you know, I don't know what I'm going to get back from the lady with the Christian Dior glasses, because it seems to me like it might be just really profitable for people to start buying stuff off of small items that have a insignificant shipping price. You know, if I can get a pair of $150 glasses and from a seller, and then drop an item that weighs about the same amount in the box and throw it in the mailbox and ship it back to the guy for $4, you know, I could put a rock in there and end up with put a rock in the box and end up with a free pair of sunglasses, or ship back an empty box or whatever, you know. There's a lot of there's a lot of people, a lot of YouTube channels only tell you about the good side of eBay. This is the seedy side. This is the dark side. This is the rent a motel room by the hour side of eBay. So like I said, we had about $600 worth of returns today, which sucks. So what do? You just keep on listing and keep on digging and keep on picking. You guys have a good day. Be sure to like the video. If you think I was too negative, give it a thumbs down. If you think I wasn't negative enough, tell me below. So you guys have a good day. I appreciate you for subscribing and for watching. And if you haven't subscribed yet, you better do it. It's your loss. No, I'm just kidding. Have a good day.